Hey everybody, these are my findings on a Torsion Spring versus the Flywheel system in the Nerf Vortex series, which is coming out on 9/10/11. Now, I've got the Praxis here with me to represent the Torsion Spring side of things. The Vigilon, and the Proton all have about the same torsion spring and generally get about the same ranges as well. I'm just happening to use this because it's a really nice, comfortable blaster. It's got a nice shotgun style feel to it, but the thing that I like most about this blaster is you can see there it's got the N-Strike shoulder stock attachment. And this shoulder stock, while it's a tad flimsy, it's a little bit stronger than the Recons, I think, but this shoulder stock here is much larger. This is not designed for your 12-year-olds. This is fitting my husky shoulder a lot better than other stocks have in the past. So I really like how comfortable that is. Now, in general, your Praxis, Vigilon, and Proton are all using a torsion spring, which is pretty much just slinging that disc forward as hard as it can. This is what gives the torsion spring blasters their hitting power. This is why also I think they're achieving much longer ranges. I'm gonna pop the 20-round mag from the Nitron in here, and oh, I might note, this guy likes to spit its magazines out when you go to eject them. I like that feature. It's nice. Nitron doesn't have that. Anyway, so I'm going to fire off a few here. I purposely picked a nice sunny day, but also, if you can't hear it already, there's a bit of a breeze here, because I want to show you these discs and how the different firing systems are affected by wind outdoors. Here we go. Now, these guys in general are flying all over the place, and their trajectories are they're dipping to the side. It's like watching frisbees go. And that's pretty much what the disc system is in the first place. I'm going to pop this guy in my Nitron now. Nitron, as you probably all well know, has a flywheel system. It's the only Vortex blaster that has a flywheel in it. And it's one large one here that's housed in this portion of the blaster. The other side is a dormant spin. The reason why it doesn't have two is not because Nerf cheaped out on you, but because this is not working like, say, the Barricade would. The Barricade is taking a straight object and is got two motors that are running in opposite directions to sling it forward. Because the discs in these are already round, all the Nitron has to do is add spin to one of the sides to give it its power forward. This puts a spinning motion naturally on the disc, and that's what propels it forward. Whereas the discs that are in the Praxis, the Nitron, and not the Nitron, the Vigilon and the Proton are all much more direct. They actually get their spin from the wind, and in this instance, because the air is not as stable, it's taking the path that the wind wants it to, or it's affecting the disc's trajectory. Whereas, as you'll see on this, the trajectory is not as affected at all by outside forces like wind because it already has a strong spin on it. Let's see how it goes. None of those are dipping. Those are consistent. I can see the pile of where they all landed pretty much right now. There are a few that went a little bit off, but in general, the stability that the Nitron and the Flywheel system give the discs is a lot better for if, say, you're doing an outdoor war. So I would say if you're looking for speed and if you're looking for ranges and hitting power, the Torsion Spring is still better. But in the long run, this guy gives the discs much more stability, regardless of whether you're indoors or outdoors. Those discs are gonna end up where you want them to. So that's my findings in the Flywheel system versus the Torsion Spring in the new Vortex series. We'll see you later.